Moment of national assignment. Metro environmental health officers doubling as national COVID-19 burial team.
I know him, I like him.
It's burial time. Preparation to move the bodies to final resting place.
So before we move to the cemetery, family members have to pour libation to the ghosts before the dead body is moved finally to the cemetery for burial.
On the team set off, on the way to the final resting place, other road users will not budge despite sirens.
I'm not leaving the car. Everything. Isha. Oh.
A police officer claimed she signaled all to stop.
Namukuta patients are mobile siren until I have to stop the main road for you people to pass because first car, second car stopped and he was from afar, small. Instead of him to slow down, he didn't slow down. He wanted to move.
But the taxi driver thought otherwise. Another private haze has to come in. After disinfecting the surrounding, the everlasting journey continued. Now the cemetery. It is divided into two, Christians and Muslims.
Currently, we are heading towards where they bury the Muslims here.
So when you look at the stumps here, if we are bringing the body here, you can see the holes all over. Sometimes they fall. The burial team, they, even at times, it becomes difficult for them to carry the coffin to get closer to the gravesite.
There is difficulty. Some graves are too small. Lowering the casket came with difficulty.
1, 2, 3. Let's go. No, it's a rope. The rope. It's a rope. The place too small. Leave your own.
Family members are again allowed to bid farewell to their loved ones. Some grieve for their departed loved ones. Soon another body arrives. Environmental health officers work hard daily to find final resting place for these COVID victims. Joseph Asitanga leads the team. He's worried he will soon lose most of his team members due to lack of motivation.
Yeah, for now, the burial team, that is the national burial team, as we stand now, the environmental health officers who carry out this exercise have not so far benefited anything from this incentive that the government have ruled out. So they said we are getting, but we have not yet gotten any. Even the tax relief, the allowances, insurance, as of now, all those packages, we have not yet got in touch with anything. Yes.
He argues the accident recorded on the way could have been avoided if the state provided proper means to transport the burial team.
It's possible. One day they will call that we are going to do burial this particular day and they will not come. Today, for instance, there was a typical thing that has happened. The haze that was coming with a body from Rich Hospital was involved in an accident. One of the technical team, the burial team victim, was sitting in the haze. He could have lost his life equally, and then it would have been that he was going to bury COVID people and he passed on. And nothing would have happened. Okay, so we even made appeal, all the appeals that we've made. If we were having the prescribed movement of vehicle for this particular exercise, that when we hit the road, it is recognized, no matter the state of the traffic, they will give way for us to come and do this work safely. We will not have a problem. But because we don't have the prescribed car for this particular exercise, and we use cars that are not having any inscription to even give us way that we should move give way for us to come and carry out this. You will struggle with the traffic. And that's the cause of the accident.
For these officers, sanitizing the environment right from the morgue to the grave is key in keeping safe. The unmarked graves will hold bodies of those who have succumbed to the deadly COVID-19 pandemic.
All the family members I have spoken to so far, there's only one thing they are certain of. COVID is real, and they are calling on the general public to be mindful of where they go to. Joseph Armstrong, Gold-Alorgbey, TV3, National COVID Cemetery, Accra.
Okay, so we can go. We can get there. When you get there, then you can talk at the gate.